remarks. At the UN, Secretary General Guterres has been instrumental in observing Holocaust commemorations and fighting against anti-Semitism. The permanent missions of the State of Israel and the Russian Federation thank you, sir, for your joining us today for this important event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Excellency, Secretary General Guterres.
Dear Mr. Zoltan Matias, dear veterans, distinguished ambassadors of the State of Israel and the Russian Federation, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is for me an honor to be here with you today at the opening of this exhibit. The United Nations is fortunate to host such a deeply moving and important collection of photographs. 75 years ago, when soldiers of the Soviet army entered Auschwitz, they were stunned into silence by what they saw. The Nazis had attempted to hide some of the evidence of mass murder, but the millions of clothing items and tons of hair told their own appalling story. Liberation ended the Holocaust, but it was just the beginning of our efforts to make sure such crimes never happen again. And I want to pay particular tribute to the survivors, so distinguishedly represented here today, but also to the veterans that that represent here the army and the people that have suffered more losses due to Nazi aggression, as it was mentioned by Ambassador Nevencia, the Soviet Union. I will never forget my visit to Yad Vashem 2 years ago. I was shocked once again by the ability of anti-Semitism to reinvent itself and re-emerge time and again over millennia. Even after the Holocaust, when its catastrophic results could not have been clearer, anti-Semitism continues. And sometimes it takes new forms and is spread by new techniques, but it's the same old hatred, and we can never lower our guard. The past few years have seen a frightening upsurge in anti-Semitic attacks both in Europe and the United States, part of a troubling increase in xenophobia, homophobia, discrimination, and hatred of all kinds. And even Nazism itself is threatening to re-emerge, sometimes openly, sometimes in disguise. As the former chief rabbi of the United Kingdom, Jonathan Sacks, has said, the hate that begins with Jews never ends there. Remembrance and education are an essential part of our prevention efforts because ignorance creates fertile ground for false narratives and lies. Never again means telling the story again and again. It is a great honor to have Mr. Zoltan Matias here with us today. And we are all so deeply grateful to him and to all Holocaust survivors who inspire us with their strengths and their example. But as survivors grow older, it is essential that we keep their memories alive and carry their testimony forward in new ways for new generations. This is why the United Nations Holocaust Outreach Program and UNESCO provide written testimony, photographs, videos, and other resources for schools and institutions around the world. And that is why exhibitions like these are so important. These portraits of Holocaust survivors speak to us of the dignity, humanity, and interconnectedness of each unique member of our human family. Their heartbreaking stories of survival and courage inspire us to do more in whatever way we can to combat persecution, hatred, and discrimination wherever they are found. We will gather at the General Assembly in a few days to pay tribute to the victims of the Holocaust and to renew the commitment of the international community to prevent any repetition of such crimes against humanity. Understanding our history connects us to the essential human values of truth, respect, justice, and compassion. As these values come under attack from all sides, we must reaffirm them more strongly than ever. We will stand firm every day and everywhere against anti-Semitism, bigotry, and hatred of all kinds. The world failed all those who died and those who continue to suffer as a result of the Holocaust. We cannot fail them again by allowing their stories to be forgotten. Thank you for this exhibition. That is a